Most of the people in my own generation don't have the language, and then even there were some. It began, I guess, in the generation before mine, and then in my own generation, when we were forced not to speak the language in school. And then there's my own children's generation when the language wasn't brought in. So now it's my grandchildren's generation that the language is being taught in the school. Indian languages are being taught all over the country in the schools now. And I think we had to come to a point where it became, a drastic situation before things, began getting done in that direction. And we're not the only ones, but we find it, it's the same all over. The language has really suffered, and when the language goes, it's when the culture and the traditions, suffer a breakdown.
George, Wilbur, Eddie.
They're all pretty much happy to be Indian and proud to be Indian. And I think there was a time when people were unhappy at being Indian and did try, not to be Indian, not to be so Indian. But I tried to tell the kids that to be truly what is Onondaga or Indian, they will be different. And they're supposed to be different. If they're going to be thinking with Indian minds. It's been a hard world for our children, going through school and everything going on. And living in our own territory here is so close to the city that we're just, surrounded by the dominant culture. And there's been just so much, it's just so overpowered and overshadowed the Indian culture that it has affected the thinking. It was bound to do that. And this is what makes the whole difference in the people, is the way they think, the way they look at any particular question.